Close. Help me change up the music in the stream, shall we? Let's change up the music again. Let's see here.
It's Christmas Eve in snowy 1800s England, and in a small house at the edge of town, there lived a lonely 7-year-old boy named Isaac. Isaac was a sad child with not a friend to his name. For most children were spending the time with their families and eagerly looking forward to opening the presents that were placed with care beneath that beautiful decorated Christmas tree. Little Isaac spent this most holy of nights alone in his cold, dusty attic room. Isaac's parents were very poor, but his mother was a strict crow of a woman who stayed at home and schooled Isaac. His father would work long hours down at the London harbor to support his family, though a large portion of his earnings went towards purchasing and consuming copious amounts of alcohol at the end of his shift. Sometimes he would come home drunk after being thrown out of every bar in London and shout at his beloved wife. Occasionally, he would escalate to violence. He would beat her savagely. As it so happens, this particular night was one of those occasions. Isaac just remained quiet, quivering beneath his soiled bed sheets until the screaming and loud banging subsided. Once poor frightened Isaac was finally able to fall asleep, he'd dream of what it would be like to have a friend to play with. So maybe he could laugh and be happy like the other children of London. Luckily for little Isaac, this Christmas Eve marked a big change. When his abysmal loneliness caught the attention of a guardian angel, who then crafted a very special gift for the sad little London boy. As the sun arose on that Christmas morning, Isaac opened his eyes to find a strange wooden box sitting at the foot of his bed. With eyes widened in awe, he stared at the colorful little handcrafted box, wondering who had left it. He was not used to receiving gifts, especially toys. The little toys Isaac did have were ones he found abandoned in the street or washed up in gutters. Isaac scooted up to the foot of his bed, in front of a mysterious box and picked it up with both hands. The box was beautifully painted, in colorful styles, with carvings of happy clown faces on the side. There was a tag in the box that simply read, "For Isaac." On the top of the box was in engraved text. Isaac squinted his eyes as he sounded out the words.
Laughing Jack in a box.
Pause.
Laughing Jack in a box?
Isaac had heard of a jack-in-the-box, but never a laughing jack-in-the-box. His mind spun with curiosity as he grasped the box's metal crank. Isaac turned the crank, and the song Pop Goes the Weasel chimed in rhythm with the crank's gyrations. As the song came into its climax, Isaac sang along with the final verse. Pop goes the weasel. But nothing happened. Isaac let out a sigh.
Oh, it looks like someone from work said
He
hi.
placed the box back down on the edge of the bed and shuffled across his small, dusty room to his dresser, where he changed out of his soiled sleepwear and into his usual tattered clothes. Suddenly, Isaac heard a loud rattling sound coming from the bed behind him. He spun around to witness the wooden box violently shaking, and then without warning, the top of the box swung open, and a parade of colorful smoke and confetti bellowed out. Isaac rubbed his eyes in disbelief of what he had seen. As the smoke cleared, there stood a tall, thin, multicolored clown man with bright red hair, a swirly rainbow-colored cone nose, and feathery shoulders that sat atop his raggedy and colorful clown outfit. The Technicolor clown spread his arms and excitedly announced,
"Come one, come all, whether big or small, to see the best clown of them all. The one, the only, Laughing Jack-in-a-Box."
Isaac's eyes lit up.
Who are you?
The colorful carny stepped down off the bed with a happy grin and said,
"I'm glad you asked. I am Laughing Jack, your new friend for life. I'm magical, I never get tired of playing, I'm a whiz of the accordion, and I adapt and develop with your own changing personality. In other words, whatever you like, I like."
Isaac looked up at the mysterious clown man.
We're friends.
Laughing Jack looked at the boy while cocking an eyebrow.
"Friends? We're best friends. I was specially created to be your not-so-imaginary friend, Isaac."
Isaac's jaw dropped.
You know my name?
"Of course I know your name. I know everything about you. So, now that the introductions are out of the way, how would you like to play a game of I Spy?"
Isaac grinned from ear to ear.
Really? We can play games? I'd love to.
He paused.
I can't. I have to go downstairs to see Mother for homeschooling and chores.
His smile faded into a look of disappointment. Jack placed his hand on Isaac's shoulder and with a warm smile said,
"It's okay. I'll be waiting right here for when you get back."
Isaac's smile returned as he looked up at his newfound friend. Just then he heard his mother's shrill voice calling from downstairs.
Well, I gotta go. I'll see you after I'm done. Okay, Jack?
He said as he headed towards the door. Jack smiled.
"Absolutely, kiddo. Oh, and Isaac,
Isaac looked back at Jack, who gave him a wink and said,
you should wear that smile more often. It suits you."
Isaac grinned happily as he turned and walked out the door. All day, Isaac told his mother about the amazing, colorful clown man who came out of a magical box that appeared on the foot of his bed. His mother, however, did not believe a word of it, and finally, he persuaded his mother to follow him up to his room so that she could behold Laughing Jack for herself. They walked up the stairs, and Isaac swung the door open to his room.
See, Mother? He's right here.
Isaac paused as he scanned the room that contained neither magical, dancing clown man nor mysterious wooden box. Isaac's mother was not amused. She gave Isaac a glare so menacing it made his knees weak and his stomach sick.
But Mother, he was.
Smack! Isaac's mother delivered unto him a swift hand smack across his face. His eyes began to tear up, and his lip began to quiver, as he could feel himself about to break down.
"You stupid, insolent child! How dare you lie to me about such childish idiocy? Who would want to be friends with a useless worm such as you? You shall remain in your room for the rest of the evening. You shall receive no dinner. Now, what do you say, you ungrateful wretch?"
Isaac managed to swallow the knot in his throat in order to mutter a reply.
Thank you, Mom.
His mother glared down at him for a moment before leaving the room in disgust. Isaac kneeled over, burying his face in the side of his bed. Streams of tears ran down his cheeks as he began to weep.
What's wrong, kiddo?
Isaac looked over the edge of the bed where Laughing Jack was now suddenly sitting beside him.
Where were you?
Jack ran his hand through Isaac's hair to comfort him as he softly replied,
I was hiding. I can't let your parents see me, otherwise they won't let us play anymore.
Isaac wiped the tears from his eyes.
Look, kiddo, I'm sorry I had to hide, but I'll make it up to you. Because tonight we can play games and have tons of fun.
Isaac looked up at his vibrant pal and silently nodded. His little smile began to form in the corner of his mouth. That night, Laughing Jack and Isaac played so many fun games. With a wave of his hand, Jack made all of Isaac's tin soldiers spring to life and march around the room. Isaac was amazed as he watched his
I'll have to
toys
end the
move around the
stream.
room on their
Sorry
own.
I bored you.
Then Laughing Jack and Isaac told each other spooky ghost stories. Isaac asked Jack if he was a ghost, but